Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. There are inflection points throughout the season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Coach Golding told me before the game, this is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Volunteers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And here comes Lenoris Sellers. We've been waiting to see this good-on-good, explosive offense, stingy defense. We'll see who has the edge. Offense with jumbo personnel. Finds a crease, it's Compton. Turning it on! Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Rush right in his face. He'll pull it down. And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment and got the 1st down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Quick handoff. Stopped right there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Out wide right, it's Compton. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Sellers to throw. It's complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the 1st.
The handoff. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sellers rushes on. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Back's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And the man leading the attack, George McIntyre. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Vols will hustle to the line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down.
Fires into traffic and intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. To the back. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside.
Unleashes 1 deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
out to the 25-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Hits inside. It's Bishop. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And the Volunteers want to move quickly.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Hunter. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Keeps it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Matthews. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone TFL. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. The Vols line it up with a 1st and goal. Running inside, it's Bishop. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Driven back. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! He got it beat down inbounds.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
And he's tackled at the 2-yard line, and that was a terrible decision to bring it out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Compton. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Cunningham. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Left side, it's Cunningham. He's loose. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Pulls and fires complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
The Volunteers in the hurry up. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Out wide left, it's Hunter. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guy.
And the balls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Bishop. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. Makes a man miss. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. Touchdown ball! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Compton. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Keeps it on the ground. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Out wide right, it's Cook. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Finds his man, it's Cunningham. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. After the 9-yard completion, the playbook wide open on 2nd and 1. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Fires immediately. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Vols headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Right side, it's Smith. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Upstairs to make the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Volunteers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Hits the hole. It's Lewis. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Lewis. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They want to run this quarterback. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Send the tight end in motion. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. So here is the Tennessee offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd and long here. Looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Out wide right, it's Bishop. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Lewis. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. On the delay, it's Lindsey. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Rolls right. Lets it fly. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 19 team, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Commodores, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game inside Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Vols head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, he absolutely knew this was going to be a dogfight here today. With both teams undefeated this late in the season, he understands the quality of this opponent. He told his guys in the locker room, we have to separate ourselves, and it starts now. I'll let you know how that develops here on the sidelines in the third quarter. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 30. He's at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep. And how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that, and we've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's just, it's frustrating when you see them not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll run it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Sellers. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Oh, pressure's coming. He'll try to do it himself. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. The give. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Odom. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. On the ground, it's Lewis. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's a give to Frazier. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. From the red zone, it's Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Changing the routes with his receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. On the move. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Left side is Hunter. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up. On play action. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
He's got his man across the middle. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bishop. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll park him at the 19. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Quick give. It's Bishop. Shakes off the defender. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Just feeds the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Driving forward, it's Bishop. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for room, it's Bishop. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Volunteers are threatening on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A first down run on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Volunteers! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the field.
No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your step.
Snags it, and there's running room. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to it.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Just gets rid of that one.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Couldn't set his feet.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
From the gun on third down, Sellers. Out wide left, it's Cook. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Got some green grass. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together an 81-yard drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Volunteer sideline, guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game. And the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, Holly. Handoff again. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Hunter. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The give to the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The run inside. It's Bishop. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Push is ahead. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He's going for the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Forward. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Lindsey. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He'll run it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. On third down, he drops the throw. Got a man. It's Matthews. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Drops back on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee! Rolled his way into the end zone. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Lewis. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass on second down. He wants to go deep. Makes a grab down the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The short hands, it's Davis. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Hands it off. Breaks the tackle. Man, there were some collisions in there before he was finally stopped about a yard short. It'll be fourth down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses the timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul searching.